What's up everyone and welcome back to some more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, and we are here as the update just came out 3.5.1 for the game, and we are going to be doing a quick overview of everything that was added and changed. I don't know if I'll hit everything 100%, but I'll try to go over everything. So you get 2 free stones for the compensation for maintenance. It just ended at pretty much exactly at 4 o'clock in the morning, and also you're going to get 10 of this scouter item. This item allows you to see when an enemy is going to super attack or if they're going to super attack at all. Useful item, probably not a meta item you're going to be carrying. I'm going to accept all of these gifts really quick just so I have some extra stones on hand. And let's go into the news, break things down really quickly. We'll go over what the actual update did first. As you can see right here, there's a tab just for it. So renew the training system. I will talk about that really quick. You go to train now. I don't know if this has changed yet, so this is going to be an off-the-cuff thing. You can now train without using training partners. What do I mean? Let me add a quick turtle shell right here. So it's going to require me to use 100 zenny. Let me just add that. And as you can see, or not a turtle shell, it's like a little ball. But as you can see, I trained without having a training partner. You can do this automatically as well. It'll let you add as many as you need. Even this one is going to let me get up to the difficulty that I need to get up to, the max level that I need to get up to, so you can do that. You can also add up to 10 of any given training item. So if you need to add 10 turtle shells, go ahead and do so. Well, actually it won't let you do that because once you get up to the high thing, but you need to add 10 Z swords, go ahead and do so. That's going to get you up to that level. You can add up to 10 of every item, and you can add up to 5 unique items. So very useful. Not what I'm going to do right there though. Very good addition. It's been in JP for a while now, but we are now getting it in the global version of the game. Another thing that they added was, I believe, number 2. We'll go in order of what it says on here if this ever loads. The renewed Baba's shop. I'm not 100% certain. Oh, actually I do know what that is. So let's hop into Baba's shop really quick. And Dragon Stones are on sale. I'll talk about that in just a moment. But if you go over to the treasure tab on Baba's shop, you can see up top there are now different categories. Featured items. This is pretty much everything in the store at a given time. This is how you're going to be able to view everything that's available to you for the most part. This is gem stuff only right here. As you can see, I have an Elder Kai left. I have all of these characters I still haven't bought, and then medals, hourglasses, things that will be useful to you guys down the line. And I still haven't bought Kai stones. Talk about that later, because it is available for something else. You can get 2 Elder Kais for 80 total gems, 30 for the first one, 50 for the second one. You can add up to 100 character slots, because you can do this +5 20 times. That's something I will probably be taking advantage of. Team cost +2, cost 15, you can do it 20 times, so you increase your team cost by 40. Max stamina +1, that is probably going to be the most practically useful one, but unfortunately since you can only do that 20 times and it's +1, it might not be worth the investment. Character slot's probably the most useful overall. So that's cool. Like that they changed that. It's a little bit easier to navigate through Baba's shop now, which wasn't really a big issue before, but it does make things a little bit more convenient to navigate. We'll go back into update 3.5.1 once again. Released Supreme Kai's trial function. So there is actually a different news event, and the last was bug updates, so we won't go back to that. There's a news function right here that says about Supreme Kai's trial. So what is Supreme Kai's trial? This is actually a feature that's just getting introduced to JP, I believe, in the update that happened yesterday. So you can check your available trials by going to the Supreme Kai trials area and clicking on particular quests or events. You go under here, it'll show you specific trials that are available to you, what rewards you can get, how you can get them. For example, this one shows clear without a continue, clear without using a support item, and clear with using 6 SSR or lower characters. So basically like Z Awakened URs or Dokkan Awakenings or anything like that. Choose difficulty, and it'll show you where the scroll is available, and that is where you're going to be able to get the Kai medals or the Kai gems, and then once you're done, it'll show you what you were successful with if you were able to satisfy all of the conditions of the trial. Very nice, cool way to add some stuff into the game. I would advise saving your medals in case you want to awaken the Angry Kamehameha Super Saiyan Strength Goku, or the Final Flash Agility Super Vegeta, because you are going to need the Kai medals to do so. Just a heads up on that, because that's how they did the rebirths in the new JP update that added those. So the opening celebration pack is no longer available. A new pack has taken its place called the beginners pack, and it's an okay pack. It's definitely a step up from stuff that's been in the peel-off trove recently. I don't want that ever. I don't want that ever. Beginners pack, you can buy it one time for $10. You get a beginner's ticket, you get 15 stones, 10 Gregories, a few awakening medals, not really anything spectacular, and then some swords down here, just 5 of each. For 10 bucks, this isn't a great value. As you can see, it's $10 for 12, or $10 for 10 dragon stones. You're paying $7 for 12 normally. You're pretty much paying for whatever card you would want to select out of this group, and we've already looked at them, but we'll take another look and actually go in depth. So Super Trunk, I believe all these cards are going to get rebirths or have rebirths already. I don't know much about this Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta, and I don't know much about this Tech Super Saiyan Gohan, Teen Gohan, but Agility Super Saiyan 2 Goku, he Dokkan awakens through the limit event. He gives +3 ki to all allies when HP is 99% or below. Super Saiyan Bardock is going to be getting a Dokkan Awakening once the Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku and Masked Saiyan banners come out and the Bardock Awakening event comes. You will be able to turn him into a Super Saiyan 2 Bardock, and he will passively give +30 attack to all allies when HP is 30% or above. So he gives ki as well. And then this Super Trunks I don't remember what he does, so let's take a look really quickly. And when you Dokkan Awaken him, he gives himself +4 ki and attack +60% at the start of the turn. So these are okay cards. They're not amazing, so definitely probably not worth the extra couple bucks. However, for me, I want this bar. I don't have the Super Saiyan Bardock. I know he will be featured in coming banners, but I definitely want him when he does get his Dokkan Awakening for my strength team for that second support slot that I actually can float. So that's why I would want him. And for me, it's worth like the extra $3. So there's that. A couple other things we got to go over. I'll talk about the stone sales really quick before we talk about the Super 17 stuff. So not a big Dragon Stone sale, it's a normal sale. This time around, you are going to get a 32 Dragon Stone 50% discount. I think it was like $8 I bought it for. And then you can buy 3 at the price of 1 every day. So not the greatest. It's not 5 a day like it was during the Super Saiyan 4 and stuff, but that's pretty cool. And then 91 Dragon Stones you can do 3 times at a 20% discount. I still have one of these left, and it is $33 to buy. So you can basically get for $100 almost flat, you can get 273 Dragon Stones. Pretty much enough to do 5 multis if you're looking at it that way. So if this is about where the prices should be normally, in my opinion. It should be about $33, because 5 multis for 100 seems like a very fair price to me, and then scale all of the other prices based on that. That would be my best bet, that would be my ideal future. I mean, obviously if stone prices were lower by any amount, it would be great, but that would be like the ideal for me. It would keep it balanced. It would keep it so that whales and people still can't just like spend you can't spend less money really to get. You're still gonna have to spend a good amount of money to get what you want if you're just going all in on it, but it also won't deter people from buying stones in general. It'll actually probably get more people to be pay to play. It'll open up your player base a little bit more. So I didn't know the cooler banner was actually still in the game, but actually something else I wanted to talk about first. I actually think, no, I actually might be it. Yeah, alright, so that is actually it. Alright, so the Super 17 event I talked about in the last video. So the second part of this video, should you summon on this banner? We'll take a look at it really quick. So this is a Super 17 banner, so Super 17 is going to be the featured unit. And I have his page open here on the Dokkan Wiki. And when you Dokkan Awaken him, he passively reduces damage received by 40% and gains attack plus 30% every time he is hit, up to 120% attack boost. I wish this was a little bit better. I wish this was 150 or 180, because it still makes Super Saiyan 4 Goku a better overall attacker, like in terms of the attack passive. And I don't think that 120% is enough. I think 150% would be a lot more fair. He causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense, and obviously he's the extreme agility Neo lead, so he's going to be boosting extreme type agility ki +3 HP attack and defense plus 120%, and then super type agility ki +1 attack HP and defense plus 50%. He has very good links though, and he will fit really well on your villains team. He has Fear and Faith Fused Fighter, GT, Shocking Speed, and Fierce Battle, along with Nightmare, which is a great attack link, and Android Assault, which is whatever. It's not really the greatest. And we're not going to look at his super attack. You got Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, who would be really the best reason to summon on this. He is an amazing unit. He does almost 1,000,000 damage. He passively has a good chance, a medium chance of evading enemy super attack and countering. He has an attack and defense plus 120% boost as his passive. He's super AGL type lead, and he is a top, I would say top 10 unit in the game, definitely, but probably a top 5 unit, especially in the global meta right now. Rose is the villain's lead, still a great card. Key plus 3 for extreme type and attack plus 80% at the start of the turn. He is the villain lead. He is extreme type key plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 50%. Old school Super Vegito, God lead. He counters, obviously. He reduces damage from his normal attacks by 80% and counters every attack with tremendous power. That's the multiplier. He also boosts enemies or allies' attack with his super, so you're going to want to try to super with him first as much as possible. And his leader skill when you Dokkan Awaken him is AGL type key plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 70%. Fifth and final Dokkan Fest exclusive unit, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. A solid unit, but not really the greatest. He's attack and defense plus 100% for 7 turns from the start of the turn when you Dokkan Awaken him. Leader skill agility type key plus 3, attack plus 3,000. He was one of the original God lead cards for the agility type, and his link set's not the greatest for super agility. So last 2 SSRs that are going to be featured in here are Int Hellfighter 17 and AGL Android 17. So I have Android. I actually should open. Let's open. I'm going to open the Hellfighter tab while I'm at it. And so when you awaken Hellfighter, let's go over agility one first because I already had it open. So when you awaken Android 17, he's going to be one of your best bets as a support unit on an extreme agility team. You're actually going to want to put him on primary rotation. His leader skill is not the greatest. It's AGL and Int type key plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 30%. His super attack only does supreme damage. It does greatly lower defense. However, his passive, AGL and Int type key plus 2, attack and defense plus 25%. He is a very good support unit. His links are pretty good too. He doesn't have Fuse Fighter obviously, but he still has Fear and Faith, and actually he doesn't have really anything besides that, but he does have Android Assault and Nightmare, which Super 17 has, so I wish he had one more link, then he would actually be pretty good. But good support unit nonetheless, and he also Dokkan Awakens during the Super 17 Dokkan event. Int Hellfighter 17, let's scroll down a little bit here. His card is a little bit worse, obviously, because he doesn't have the support passive. He has Shocking Speed, GT, Nightmare, Fierce Battle, Brutal Beatdown, which might be okay link now because a few of the links got updated. But he only causes supreme damage. He does have a rare chance to stun the enemy. That doesn't change when Dokkan Awaken him. And he does give himself plus 2 key and 90% attack when facing one enemy. So, a decent card. He could be okay for you on Extreme Int because Shocking Speed is going to be a important link on that team just because Buhan has it. So, okay card, I guess. And then this guy right here, Hellfighter 17, and this guy, Physical Android 17 SRs. These are going to be important. If you are pulling for Super 17, you're going to want to get as many of these 2 as possible. Why? They both Dokkan Awaken into Super 17s. Why is that important? Traditional farming is done. You are not going to be able to farm supers the same way you were before from Dokkan events. What do I mean? Well, if you have Fuzamasu, if you have Goku Black, you could just go into those events, farm those cards out, and feed super attack. And that was it. 50% it gave you, you got it, or you didn't. That's not the case anymore. That is not going to be the case going forward in the global build of the game. You are going to have to pull SR units like this Android 17 and Hellfighter 17. You're going to have to Dokkan Awaken them through the Super 17 event. And I will double check, but I believe it requires you to beat it 3 times. And for some reason, my thing froze, but whatever. If I can't tell you this, then... Oh, actually, it's loaded right now. So, I'll hold this up. I think you have to beat it 3 times to get 21 medals, Dokkan Awaken him, and then you have to awaken them into the UR for the 100% chance to feed. But I like this a little bit more. It makes it a little bit... It is 3 times, by the way. You need 21 medals. It makes it a little bit more so it involves more work. And it also is guaranteed. It is a guaranteed way to feed a super attack. You're guaranteed to have it. You're guaranteed to awaken it. The only thing that is going to suck is it is going to eat at your awakening medals, though. Obviously, you're going to need awakening medals to get this guy from SR to SSR, and then you're going to need more awakening medals to awaken him from SSR to UR. You're going to be eating a lot of common metals during this process, so that sucks, but at the same time it is much better than the other system because it does guarantee, although it's debatable, honestly. It can go both ways. So this Android 17 changes key spheres. He also gets an attack plus 20 boost when you Dokkan awaken him. He does extreme damage, which is whatever, but he doesn't really fit on a Fizz team either. He has Fear and Faith, Fused Fighter, and Nightmare, Big Bad Bosses, GT, Fierce Battle, and he has Android Assault because all these cards do. I'll take a quick look at Tech Hellfighter 17 really quick too and see what this is about. So I gotta go to his Dokkan Awakening. I screwed that up, my bad. When you Dokkan Awaken him, he changes Key Sphere Strength to Tech. He also gets an attack 20% boost, and he is pretty much the exact same card. No difference, stat differences, but other than that, they are exactly the same, and they are different types. They do different type things, but that's going to be that. Anyway, so should you summon on this banner? If you are building a super agility team or an extreme agility team, yes. If you're going to collect all the god leads, then yes. If you're missing a Rose, if you don't have like basically any of these units, definitely go ahead and summon on these banners, because villains, even Super AGL, even with a Vegeta lead, but especially with a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta lead, is one of the best teams in the game. Super 17 is not going to be a predominant team. Extreme AGL is just not a great team overall, despite Rose being really good. It's just not a great team. But this guy is amazing for a villains team. He is a really good tank, even though he doesn't reduce damage by a whole lot, but he doesn't take a whole lot of damage. He has really good links. He has Fear and Faith and Shocking Speed and Fuse Fighter, which means he's going to link with Zamasu, and he has Fierce Battle and Nightmare, which are all great links. He's pretty much perfect link-wise across the board, except for the fact that he has GT. He's not going to fit on a villains team as well, but other than that, he is a great fit for a villains team, and I would really recommend going for him if you want him for that purpose. But if you don't have a need for any of those things, if you have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Rose, and Vegito, and you don't need any of, if you don't need any of them, if you're just chasing dupes even, I would say don't go for this banner. However, I will be going for this banner, and you are going to see that video later today. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know, what do you guys think of the update? What do you guys think of the banner? We kind of double dipped in this one, but I wanted to get everything knocked out. So, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.